Commissioner Hahn, what are for you the three major points of cooperation between the European Union and the Council of Europe, notably the Congress of Local and Regional Authorities? We are here at the Congress.
I think we can follow the concept of complementarity. If we merge our strengths, we can perform much better, and in particular what means further democratization, decentralization. These are parts where the Council of Europe has a long-standing tradition, and this is therefore something I would like to make much more use of this experience and core competence.
During this Congress session, we became aware that in times of tight budgets everywhere in Europe, there is some sort of harder competition between central forces and federal systems. So for you, what do you think, what will be the future of Europe? Will this be a more federalistic Europe or a centralistic Europe?
I mean, I'm certainly aware about the current situation due to the budgetary constraints of member states and so on, but at the end of the day there is no alternative to a strong decentralized structure within Europe, because we need all together the ownership, the spirit of the people working on the ground with the citizens to implement all the different projects we would like to do, and therefore maybe we will have a further discussion about the different levels within the Union. Keyword subsidiarity. We have just implemented this term for the first time in the Lisbon Treaty. Now it's certainly the necessity to interpret this notion, and I would think that this will lead to further discussions. What is the task of a village, of a small town, of a city, and so on, and a region? But again, there's no alternative to a further or to a strong federalistic system.
Also, municipalities have been heavily shaken by the financial crisis. At the same time, regions, cities, villages are in charge for many parts of social policies, for nurseries, for elderly people, for immigrants, etc. So how can the European Union strengthen, in particular financially, speaking the territorial authorities?
First of all, I have to admit that certain developments cannot really be influenced by the Union, meaning that shifts of responsibility within member states from the federal to the local level, in most of the cases without following the budget, are not in our responsibility. Nevertheless, we address such cases if we get to know it, but this is in the responsibility and sovereignty of member states. But what we try to do is to support all the European regions. Within the European Union we have 271, and so the idea is, and the concept, that also in the next financial perspective all the European regions should be covered by regional policy, and therefore all the regions and the local structures within the regions should receive money. But of course what will remain is the necessity of co-financing,